Hey guys, so I wanted to just hop on this quick because a lot of you have been DMing me over like the last few days or so, asking me like, how am I alerting like a stock that I'm buying and then it's going like immediately, or like so soon. Um, so I'll give you an example. I'll take like MITQ. So just one thing, when I go through and look at charts, right? And I look through tickers here, which actually I was just doing before I hopped on this. I'm super picky personally about what I put out because I want like a certain uh, setup with like also a certain share structure. So um, there's a difference between playing something that's like swingable versus things that are like theme based trades where like you can be a little less strict with like the ticker, right? So I mean, you have XTIA running to 15 cents today, so you'll see pennies go. Now XTIA, if you pull it up, I mean, this is probably not even accurate, but the last recorded float was 300 million. Okay, it's a pile of garbage. But this is what happens when volume comes in and shorts get pile on and they turn the faucet off for diluting for a minute and it squeezes. So um, if you're like when something like that happens and you're playing momentum plays, then you could be a little bit like that's why I tried SVMH because if anything was gonna go, it was gonna be that, right? But anyway, so I go through each one of these tickers. Like right now, I already started doing my recap, going from first page. Now I'm on page 5. Now I like hovering over because it shows you a preview of the chart. So this helps me do a little bit faster because I don't look at things that are um, not a good setup. So if something like this, LGCB, this is not the type of setup I want. It's already made a move. Yeah, maybe it goes higher, but I don't need something like that. So I look through and I find, okay, what are the best chart setups for my criteria? I like bottom plays just because one, there's less risk, of course, and two, um, when I alert it, I want to make sure that we all have like a fair chance of like getting in. Even if you buy a little bit high in the long run, it'll still be low because we're so close to bottom. So I look through. So like MITQ, right? So MITQ you can look at. Um, you know, it's kind of just been hovering in this channel here, right? But after it made this low here, it made a move up because it got news. Then it came back down and made a higher low, right? Because it didn't go. So like another thing I would have happened is if it didn't make a bottom here, then it would maybe make like a bottom here around 46. So the fact that it dipped down and it didn't hit that double bottom here tells me that buyers were willing to buy it before it got that low. So you started to see a move up, right? So you actually could have caught this move even here around the 50s. But it's kind of just been hovering on this channel. Another thing is if you look at the top bar over here, you look at the volume. So when I look at tickers and I go, all right, it's on an uptrend, and the volume every day is super low, 5,000, 30,000, 6,000, 85. So this tells me that there are very little sellers because even on low volume, the price is still going up. So I know that when I buy and I alert out, it's clearly going to get probably at least 10 times the amount, more than that, because I buy almost 10 times the amount of volume um, in that day. So with that being said, there's a very, very, very high chance it does not go down because if it was going to dip down, it would have went down beforehand. So you see this here, it was on a clear downtrend, and I knew with volume we could push it to break this uptrend, and we ended up hitting over 90 cents after hours today. I actually still think this play could go, uh, but this was basically like a picture perfect technical breakout that I knew would happen off volume. I didn't know if it would happen today, but I knew that I'd be comfortable swinging it because it would have broke this line. And if people started to catch on, I think we could have eventually made that move up anyway. So I just wanted to hop on and explain that to you guys. All right, take care. See you all tomorrow.